When you think about the tools that law enforcement has at their disposal, the ability to check fingerprints or DNA are right at the top. But a little known tool that they have at their disposal is Crime Stoppers. And Crime Stoppers uses you, the community members, as the eyes and the ears to let them know what's happening in your neighborhood. Well, our old friend Chip Brown is in with us. Tell us a little bit about Crime Stoppers and what's going on and what's happened so far. And, you know, like the Led Zeppelin song goes, it's been a long time. Where you been?
Yeah, I've been hanging around waiting y'all to get the renovations done here. The digs look nice.
Yeah, looks really nice.
Real nice. So
did a great job, didn't they?
Kudos for the county for taking care of this. Yeah, it looks wonderful.
Exactly.
Yeah. We've had a good 6 months this year. Our tips are over 1,000 for the first 6 months. We've cleared about 90 cases with arrests made. And more importantly, we have approved rewards totaling $49,000 in the first 6 months of this year. So we're excited about getting tips from the community, helping the law enforcement solve crime, and getting some of these people off the street and in jail where they need to be to see the error of their ways.
Just as a refresher to the folks that may have seen this, may not remember, for those seeing it the first time, how does Crime Stoppers work, and how do you keep the tips to the point where, you know, it's not traceable?
Absolutely. Well, Crime Stoppers is a way for the community to leave anonymous tips, if you will, on criminals or criminal activity. We get those tips, and like I say, it is 100% anonymous. You can call us, you can use the website, you can text us. We even have a tip submit app for smartphones. All of these are 100% anonymous. There's no way to trace them. We don't ask names, we don't ask phone numbers, we don't ask how you know the information. We take the information, we forward it to law enforcement, they make the investigation, and if a case, if a tip results in an arrest, the recovery of stolen property, or the recovery of drugs, then that person that made the tip is eligible for a cash reward of up to $3,000.
And the cool thing about the program is how it's funded. You know, a lot of people look at programs and go, oh, that's waste, that's waste. The beautiful thing about this program is?
Well, it is funded by the criminals themselves. It operates.
Is that genius or what?
It really is. And in Florida, it's kind of unique. We're one of the, I think, the only state that does that. But we are funded by the Crime Stoppers Trust Fund. It's administered by the Attorney General's office, Pam Bondi's office in Tallahassee. And the money is collected in the courts. And as a person is found guilty or adjudicated for criminal offenses, which would be burglary, theft, trespassing, robberies, violation of injunction, stuff like that, anytime that they are adjudicated, they pay a $20 fee that goes to the state. That money at the end of the year is returned back to the counties where it was collected. In that case, Heartland Crime Stoppers, we cover Polk, Highlands, and Hardy County. The money comes back to Crime Stoppers, which funds the operations, the outreach programs, and the rewards that we give back to people making tips. So basically, we have criminals paying money to people to turn in other criminals.
And the thing that folks at home need to realize about Heartland Crime Stoppers is within Polk County, there's 17 communities in 2,054 or so square miles. And that is a big area. But then again, you add 2 more counties to it and you are a very busy man.
It takes a lot of effort and a lot of effort on our law enforcement's behalf to follow up on these tips. Because when you get over 2,000 tips a year, each one has to be followed up on and get responses back. And they really, really work really hard to get the information to make sure it's good. And because it does help them with their job, like you said earlier, it's a different tool they use like DNA or fingerprints. This is a tool from the community. And it all helps to work together to solve crime.
Speaking of solving crimes, what do you say we get to our first case?
Absolutely, sounds good.
All right, what do you have for us?
Well, the first case is a gentleman, Brian Dale Andrews. Now, in 2007, we had warrants issued for him for 2 counts of DUI manslaughter, which means he was drunk and was involved in an accident which took 2 lives. Now, he reportedly has fled, last reports, possibly to Mexico. He also is known to have spent time in Ohio. He also has family in the Frostproof area here in Polk County. But Brian Dale Andrews is wanted for 2 counts of DUI manslaughter. He's a white male, 36 years old, and we have a reward of $3,000 if someone has any information at all where he could be located. Grady Judd and his staff at the Sheriff's Office really want to get this gentleman really bad. So if you have any information at all, please call us, 1-800-226-TIPS. That's 1-800-226-8477. Stay completely 100% anonymous and be eligible for a reward of $3,000 so we can get this guy in jail.
And the good thing about being on Grady's radar, you're gonna get caught.
Sometimes it may take a while, but he's not going to give up on it, no.
Exactly. What's our second case?
The second case we had was out of Winter Haven. This occurred on July the 12th, about 4 o'clock in the morning. The suspect vehicle in this is, I think maybe they were involved in taking a 21-foot flatbed trailer. It's a tandem trailer, which means it has two axles and 4 wheels. As you see on the video or the pictures, it looks like a white Jeep Cherokee with a luggage rack is suspect in this. Again, if you have any information on this vehicle or who is involved in the theft of this trailer, from Sal's Garage on 101 Central Avenue East in Winter Haven, call Crime Stoppers, text Crime Stoppers, go to the web and fill out a tip submit app, and we will follow up on this with the law enforcement and hopefully get this trailer back and put some people in jail.
All right, what else do you have for us?
The other one I have is a Polk County Sheriff's Office case. This is a home invasion that occurred on July the 13th in Poinciana. It occurred actually on Manitoba Court in Poinciana. About 9:50 at night, 3 suspects entered a home forcibly. They all had handguns. They all wore black clothing except for the one suspect who had a red hoodie, and they all had bandanas covering their face. The home security system did capture a kind of a really dark image of one of the suspects whose face is exposed. It is not a really good picture, but we're hoping someone from this picture can recognize this gentleman or maybe the subject in the red hoodie and give us a call so we can help put these people behind bars as well.
Mm-hmm. I know you've got other ones there for us, don't you?
Yes, indeed I do. Another one we have is this is a recent case from July the 27th from Winter Haven. Had a trailer that was stolen. It was a 2006 12-foot Emerson trailer taken from Roselawn Street southwest in Winter Haven. Now in this trailer were 2 ATVs. Now one of the ATVs is going to be very unique and hopefully very easy to track down.
Yeah, as you can see by the picture,
it has tracks.
Yeah, it's kind of like a tank.
Yeah, like a little tank, or it has rubberized tracks on some of the small, construction vehicles have now. But that is a 2005 Polaris MV7. It has the custom tracks instead of the wheels. And the second ATV that was in that trailer is a 2002 Honda TRX 250. It is tan and black, and it has upgraded wheels. It has a 25-inch wheels as opposed to the 22-inch wheels. Mm-hmm. Again, this was taken from Roselawn Street southwest in Winter Haven on the 27th of July. If you have any information on the trailer or the vehicles that were stolen, the ATVs, give us a call. We'd love to get this back to the owners.
All right. How many more do we have?
Actually, the next one we have is a burglary that occurred at Smith's Grocery in Lake Hamilton. Now, originally, as you can see from the photos, there were 4 people involved in this. 2 of the people actually have been identified and have been jailed. Suspect number 1 has been identified as Maurice Patrick Herring Jr., and the other suspect, number 4 in the photographs, is Lamar Marquise Welch. Now, both of these have been identified and they have been arrested. The other 2 people have been tentatively identified just by nicknames. Suspect number 2 goes by the name of Band, B-A-N-D, Band. And suspect number 3 goes by the nickname of White Boy D. So if you know anybody that goes by these nicknames or is affiliated with the 2 people that have already been arrested, Herring or Welch, call Crime Stoppers at 1-800-226-TIPS and get that information to us so we can get it to law enforcement to follow up and hopefully get the rest of these burglars in jail.
Okay.
The last case that I have is an armed robbery that occurred in Haines City. This occurred on July the 10th. About 1:30 in the afternoon, they entered Vero's Music, which is at 2551 Highway 1792 North in Haines City. They were armed with handguns and they had their faces covered up. They jumped the counter, as you can see by the pictures that the security cameras took, and took an undisclosed amount of things from behind the rack there. that were on display. So again, if you recognize any of the clothing or know any information about who was involved in these burglaries, this robbery, give us a call. Go on the web, heartlandcrimestoppers.com. You can leave an anonymous tip on the web or download the Tip Submit app on your smartphone and get it to us that way. Again, all of these are 100% anonymous, and if we can get these guys identified and the tip gets them in jail, then eligible for a cash reward of up to $3,000.
Of course, all the cases that we're talking about are on your website?
All of them are on our website. Our Facebook page is Heartland Crime Stoppers Florida, and our web page is heartlandcrimestoppers.com.
Chip, how has social media such as Twitter, Facebook, even your website, how has it helped you guys? You and me, we're kind of an old school. Our original social media might as well be smoke signals.
Pretty much, yes. Yeah. If I could start a fire, yes.
Exactly. How are those tools helping you to reach a new generation of tipsters?
Well, back in the day, I remember when I was a police officer in Lakeland, we thought it was high tech, and we had a Polaroid camera that would take an automatic picture when you tripped some bait in the convenience stores, and it was a Polaroid camera picture that would shoot out. And now with the closed circuit TVs and the video cameras and the high quality, this stuff is not only available to us, but with the social media, we can post it on the social media, and immediately people are able to review these pictures, read about the case, maybe have something about the case that remembers in their mind, oh, I remember seeing somebody running from that store, or I remember seeing that car late one night or early one morning. So it has, again, it's instantaneous. People can see it, they can look at it, they can read about it. They don't have to wait till tomorrow morning to read it in the newspaper or wait till the 6 o'clock news. Basically, as soon as it comes in, is available, it's out to people, and it really has made a big difference in solving crimes.
Well, Chip, as usual, it's always a pleasure to have you in here, and just want you to briefly touch on the fact that all crime tips are anonymous, and the fact that this is not traceable. That's probably the most important thing. If we could just touch on that one more time.
Absolutely. All the tips that come in, no matter how you get them to us, if you call us, if you use the website, if you use the Tip Submit app on your smartphone, if you text us, when they do come in, they're all scrubbed through an outside server that's outside the United States. There's no way to trace it. People have tried. There is no way to trace how these calls come in or who they go back to. And actually, when a case has been solved, somebody's been put in jail as recovered drugs or property, the tipster has to contact us, and we don't know their name. They're given a number, and they have the case number that we assign them, and when they have to call us, because we can't call them because we don't have their number. And we can track it that way, and even when the reward is approved and is being paid out, it is paid out anonymously as well in cash. We have a system set up. They get cash. They don't have to sign their name. They don't have to show an ID, and it's completely 100% anonymous, guaranteed.
All right, Chip. Well, I want to thank you for coming in today, and as things progress, we look forward to working with you in the future.
Thank you very much, Brian. Appreciate it. Thank you for inviting me back.
And you at home, we want to make sure that you know all about Crime Stoppers. Heartland Crime Stoppers. They are of Polk, Highlands, and Hardy counties. Crime Stoppers is an international organization that has a goal of resolving crime through anonymous tips and monetary rewards. It encourages a cooperative partnership between law enforcement and the media and the community to ensure the security and enhance our quality of life. Now, you need more information on them, go to heartlandcrimestoppers.com or go to Facebook, Heartland Crime Stoppers of Florida. You need more information, or if you have information, give them a call, 1-800-226-TIPS.